Okay, this is an interesting one. So, about a week and a half ago, Oscar Isaac was pulled from Star Wars Celebration,
Mhm.
which is, in part by Disney. They get the celebrities, they set
Mhm.
the panels and everything. And they're like, he can't be here because of commitments on another job. And looking up at his portfolio and what he's working on, there's nothing till the end of summer for his next project outside of one project that's currently shooting by Disney, which is Avengers Doomsday. So,
Which is interesting because they said that Moon Knight was not going to be appearing or having another show.
right.
So it's like, okay, so is he like going to be just in movies now, or is it just this one-time thing for the Multiverse Saga for like closing for Battle World, and then we might get another Moon Knight thing later down the road, or it's just this is like his swan song.
Right, right. Yeah, I,
Oh, but quick question: did they gonna film Doomsday and Secret Wars back to back?
yes. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, okay, that explains a
So,
lot. Then never mind.
it's not that it's not pure back to back like Infinity War to Endgame where they only had like 12 days.
Hmm.
Apparently, it's going to be a little bit longer, so it might be 4 to 6 weeks break while they from what the Russo brothers said, they need the bigger break because of the size and scope, which tells me that the sets they're going to build for Secret Wars are probably even more massive, so, you know, it's
Oh, okay.
yeah. I don't know. Like,
I
I'm
mean,
thinking about this whole thing, and it's like, yeah, Moon Knight's probably going to be in this. It would
yeah,
make sense because they're not doing season two as much as I would want them to do season two.
yeah, but like technically, I am kind of dreading if he does show up in this because like with the Marvel Rivals talk we had before, people are going to assume that Moon Knight is is gonna use the moon haunts you when
Yeah,
he doesn't actually do that. Like even though he can, he doesn't actually do that in the comics or in the show. So
just wait. Just like they said, hey, we didn't realize that Jeff the Land Shark would be a big deal. We're going to speed him through. Watch Doomsday and Secret Wars. Everybody's just going to be using their rival
yeah.
specials.
Well, that particularly is partially was it Kelly Thompson is his creator.
Yeah.
She keeps pushing him. That's partially the reason why in universe
Mhm.
everyone wants to have a Jeff the Shark plushie and he's everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Ricardo, question for you in regarding to
Hmm.
Doomsday. If Doom is fighting everybody, Moon Knight shows up. How how do you react to that if you're somebody that, let's say, hasn't seen Moon Knight? Because I know a lot of people haven't. We obviously all have, but like,
Mhm.
what do you think the reaction is among the casuals? Because it's like, Daredevil. He showed up in Spider-Man: No Way Home, one of the biggest MCU films ever. The reaction was mute, and that's Daredevil.
Really?
It's like,
I guess it depends because, like for example, I saw No Way Home in because in New York,
yep,
it's New York
yep,
City.
yep.
When no lie, the biggest pop in my theater was Daredevil appearing in No
Hmm.
Way Home. When people saw the King touch the floor, I
Yep.
think everybody lost it. So
Mhm.
if I had to think outside of New York City, I could see like, oh, who's this guy with toilet paper wrapped around his arms or something like that,
Right,
or
yeah.
it's either that or it's like what Tristan said. It's
Yeah,
like Marvel, because Marvel Rivals has been doing a great job regarding
yeah,
like it has introduced so many of the casuals into like the bigger world of Marvel. So even if it's like big or small, I guess they could be like, oh, it's the guy from Marvel Rivals. But other than that, especially when you have to think about not a lot of people like watching, no, not a lot of people like doing
Mhm.
homework to watch stuff, especially since now we're in the Avengers
Mhm.
and we're gonna see so many people from the TV shows. There's even been times where I'm watching a new MCU film with my friend and I
Mhm.
had to explain this happened in the TV show and he'd be like,
Yep.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
It's like
it's a bit 50-50.
yeah, because for the most part, most people would rather watch a recap to get up to speed than actually having
Mhm.
to sit down and watch what like a 5 hour TV show to
Yep.
say like who's this character, what are they doing, and where are they now compared to the actual film that they're in?
Right. It's like Ricardo said, if you're localized, like I have a friend who recorded his reaction and the theater's reaction to Daredevil showing up in No Way Home. He was in New York. It was a pop. My friend who lives in Colorado, he recorded the same thing. He was the only one that popped. Nobody else was like, who's this? So, and obviously the viewership doesn't carry over. I think Moon Knight has the benefit of Marvel Studios like push that out at the forefront more than Daredevil ever up until this latest season, And also Moon Knight showing up, you don't need to beat people over the head with who he is. Like, remember in the Avengers, that's a $1.5 billion film, and Thor 1 and Captain America 1 were flops. Those movies did not make bank. Neither did The Incredible Hulk. So, like, obviously Hulk is more of a known character outside of Cap and Thor, but still, like, I think you do enough of a, here's who he is, get past it. Like, they're going to make a joke out of it. Somebody will be like, hey, this is my friend Mark Spector. He has split personality, so sorry if he goes off the rails.
I mean, they can make a joke out of it because, like, currently, I guess it was like Marvel Rivals. They included memes of Moon Knight in the game, even though the memes are not even real or canon to the story.
Yep.
They retrofitted them technically into the overarching of the Marvel universe. So if they wanted to go that route, they can actually put that into the movie.
They probably should. Let's be real.
I think they should just go a better approach of, because I look at like the Marvels, and I said the Marvels and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Not Falcon and Winter Soldier, Captain America 4. It should have been whatever.
Yeah.
But like I look at that, they should probably try to approach a lot of the TV show stuff maybe a smidge more different in a way where like they just come in and you be like, you don't really think much about it versus like, oh damn, I really did miss so much lore on the MCU to such and such.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, to where the TV shows don't seem as important as the movies movies to what they make it to what they seem. So you could be missing important plot points to the movies if you're not watching the TV show.
It's also wild that the most popular Marvel TV series to get the most views ever is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like that's wild if you compare the numbers and stats. You're like, that's kind of crazy, It's like, and look, Moon Knight will work. They'll find a way. He's becoming more pop culture aware. Like, people are aware of him. So I don't have a problem. Whatever he does in Doomsday, he's probably not in the entire film, right? Like, he can't be, I would assume, because that'd be weird. Because what happens when Khonshu shows up, or what happens when he changes to Jake? It's like, hey, suddenly I'm in Avengers HQ. Then he changes to Jake, and Jake's like, what? Trying to steal and pickpocket everybody because he's a criminal? Like, it's, I don't know, a little weird.
Well, if they're doing the TV version, he works for Khonshu directly, so he does whatever Khonshu tells him. So
right,
yeah, because then we also are in that weird because we're in that weird spot with Moon Knight in the MCU, right? Where he's basically with Khonshu off rip. So for all we know, he might have just scenes with the other gods versus like the little people.
Yeah, you basically have Moon Knight probably with like Thor and some of the other
yeah, because that would make more sense versus like city, the city team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, yeah, exactly. So I think we're all kind of in agreement. It's not too hard when he joins the project because he's more than likely in it. It's not going to be the hardest thing to explain who he is, and they shouldn't really worry about it either. People will get caught up pretty quickly. Like they've done it every movie, so we'll see what happens. So with that in mind, let's just jump on to our next topic. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will. And if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.